Welcome, welcome. Woo! Welcome back.
Welcome, welcome.
Howdy, howdy, howdy. Hello, hello, hello. This is where you say welcome.
Oh yeah, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Right,
Hot Shot Secret fan.
We've got storms rolling in from the right.
Moving right day and night.
And we're supposed to be powered by science
That's
here.
very true.
We better be able to get two people on one train somehow.
A lot of hard work that went into this. You know, it's something that we've been chasing for a year and a half to try to get this truck in the threes.
We are live.
We are live.
Welcome, welcome, sports fans.
Real funny, Kyle. Welcome.
Choked in on that microphone.
So, we're here again, another Thursday Facebook Live from the Hot Shot Secret sub studios. We're still in the lobby, but we're getting closer, right, guys?
Yeah, we're pretty
A
close.
week or two away, we're back in the studio, so we're looking forward to it. But this is episode 149. We're doing RV tips today.
We are, with Kyle and Eric,
And I'm out dressed again because I thought I was going to be packing up a trailer. And
just like every other day.
yeah.
Sorry, episode 149. Today's episode is sponsored by...
RVs?
Nah, dude.
Hot Shot Secret?
I was hoping for something a little funner.
Oh.
Nothing you got.
Eight Sisters Bakery.
There we go.
Yeah,
All right,
there
today's
we
show's
go.
episode sponsored by Eight Sisters.
So, what are we doing? We're going to answer questions like normal. Going to try to focus on RVs today, so it is the season. I see a lot of them. We see tons of them go by here.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a lot of camping in this area, so fire
Parked on
those
the
off.
street.
Yeah, and we're going to give you some tips. And we'll talk about the RV products. You guys have any questions? It's our new RV lineup's out, so we give away stuff, too. And guess what we're giving away today?
I don't know, RV products?
RV slide out.
How about that?
Yep, so...
That's one of our best reviewed
People
products.
love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like one of those products that just gets like crazy good reviews and
And it's also one of those products that if you use, you're either going to love it or you hate it. You know
Why's
what I
that?
mean? Just the slide out lube. It's either it's going to work great, or if you use a competitive product, there's going to be issues with it. You get crap stuck to it. It doesn't
Yep.
work real well.
Yep. Yeah, I know, and it's been one of those. Well, I guess we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
But we'll get into it. I was pretty impressed with it, knowing that some of the people that have used it are like dieharders, and they're like, "This is the greatest stuff." You know, we know we put good stuff out, but like I didn't think it'd be that much better than all the slide. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
But it is. Like people say, it's the best thing they've ever used. So anyway, you can enter to win at hotshotsecret.com/giveaway. Someone today is going to win some slide out lube. And we want to know where you're watching from. Are you watching from an RV somewhere camping? We'd like to know.
Maybe.
Maybe. And also, this is in highlighted here.
It is.
Also, tag a friend in the comments below and tell them why they should be watching, or why they should join you in your RV and watch together.
Why do you think somebody should watch?
Because I think it's an educational program, and honestly, to be honest, I don't think a lot of companies like us do this from the standpoint of we'll put ourselves out there and answer questions. If we don't know the answer, we'll find the answer, and we try to be very transparent with our products and ask it head on. So we show up here every week. We don't miss a week. We're here every week.
Try to be.
I might not be here every week,
Yeah.
but we're here.
Just that open floor. If you got questions.
It's an open forum. Get to know us. We get to know you. It's a two-way street. So we are dual streaming YouTube and Facebook. I hear we got comments being monitored on the giant staff behind the cameras back there. So like and share the video.
There they are.
Oh, so we got back cam too?
Yeah.
Nice. Follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Check comments. This is when you turn the camera around and go, no one said anything yet. I'm going to start scrolling so he gets mad at me. So let's jump into it. So how about some new dealers? What we got?
Yeah, we got Georgia and California. We got a KEM South, based out of Monticello, Georgia.
Huge props on the logo. Look at that.
Yeah, I dig that.
That is awesome.
And also San Joaquin Tractor Company.
Cool.
Hope I'm saying that right. Out of Bakersfield, California.
I see the Facebook page is there as well. As you guys know, we love to do custom banners for our dealers.
Oh yeah.
And KEM South, if you haven't sent in your logo to us yet,
That looks familiar. I feel
It's like
we've
it's
done
that rat rod style that
cool.
it just looks so good.
it's cool. So I really want to do a banner on that one. So we obviously probably have the logo, but if we don't have it in high res, send it to us, and we'll. You too, San Joaquin. We'll get you guys taken care of. So thanks for being dealers of ours. And the dealer program is cool because they get. I run into this a lot when I'm out on the field. People will. When we're at races and stuff, they see our product lineup. They're like, "Man, I didn't know you guys had so many products."
Yeah.
I only see
Like
like
RV products?
2 or 3 in the stores. Well, the retailers, Tractor Supply has a pretty big spread.
Yeah, they carry
7 or
DWAG
8,
even.
7 or 8 products. But generally, most of the retailers have 2, 3, 4 products, and we've got dozens. And so it's just tough to get products in
I
retail.
counted the other day, and we've crossed over the 50 mark.
Oh, so just
Yeah.
you know where I was going.
Yeah, so, and that's not including the multiple sizes.
Right.
So just straight.
50 different products, yeah. So that's what's cool. Our independent direct dealers have access to all that, and they can. They're the first ones to get it, and of course they go up on our website right away too. So, and we take them out to the events.
Speaking of how many products we have, we might have some new ones next week.
Oh, see, now here we go.
But we'll,
Are you going to start leaking next week's stuff, and then everyone asks us next week where it is, and you have to say another week?
no. This one's.
Do I know about this?
Is it in here? I think we tease it later, right?
Oh, a tease is coming.
Yeah, we'll
I haven't
get
checked
into
today's notes at all.
In regards to our vast plethora of products, we have a question here on YouTube.
Okay.
He has a 03 Dodge Ram Cummins 5.9. What would be
Cummins or a Cummins?
Cummins?
They would have
what-
said something in the comments.
Yeah, I'm sure. What would be the best fuel additive to use in their oil?
What was it again? Was it?
Wait.
That was so.
Yeah, hold on. I have a 03 Dodge Ram Cummins 3.9 or 5.9, and would have what would be the best fuel additive to use and oil.
So it's an 03. So it's got some miles on it.
Diesel Extreme to start off first.
Yep.
I mean, really anything on the fuel side, you want to go run with our 2-step fuel process, which is Diesel Extreme out of the gate, followed up by EDT. I like to tell people both those products have pretty much the same chemicals in them, let's say. You're going to get the cetane boost, the lubricity additive, an injector cleaner, I'm using my fingers,
Yep.
a rust and corrosion inhibitor, a water dispersant, and a fuel stabilizer.
They're both 6-in-1s.
Yeah, they're everything you need to treat the awful diesel fuel and also protect your fuel system. The difference in the two is that we really crank up the fuel system injector cleaner in the Diesel Extreme. So especially if you're just stepping into the fuel additive market with an 03 that has that many miles on it, you're going to see a huge gain out of Diesel Extreme. So let's get it all cleaned out first. Go ahead and put a full dosage of Diesel Extreme. Once you get it all cleaned out, EDT is your everyday product. It gives you the same, it's a more balanced mix of those chemicals, so you're still going to keep your cetane up while you maintain the cleaning and everything. And then we say every 6,000 miles or so
For Diesel Extreme.
you want to go back to just do 1 tank of Diesel Extreme. So I recommend that. I mean, except for maybe the first time you buy a brand new truck, it doesn't need to start with Diesel Extreme. Other than that, every 6,000 miles, let's clean it out. I know a lot of guys do it with their oil change interval.
Right, every time they change
Your oil, you
Yeah.
run Diesel Extreme, and then you switch back to the EDT for every tank.
Now, he mentioned oil. I don't know if he's
Yeah, he
talking
also asked about oil.
oil additives or just as oil, but kind of the same. If it's the additive, same thing, right? The 2-step.
Yep.
Start with stiction eliminator, jump to FR3. What would you recommend as actual engine oil? It's an 03. Would you say?
It always depends on the application. We need to know a little bit more. Is it just a daily driver?
It's got 93,000 on it.
93,000. Wow. So I definitely would put some stiction eliminator in there and get that cleaned out. Let's start fresh and clean.
Yep.
But we have an array of oils from our Green Diamond line, which has a Group 2, Group 3 blend, like a semi-synthetic, up to a full Group 3 synthetic, and then we have our full-blown Group 4 PAO Blue Diamond stuff.
And the black diamond.
It really depends on what what the application is for the truck. If it's just your daily driver, you don't tow with it much, you're not drag racing or dirt dragging with it, or it's just your get-around truck, and you're doing average intervals that you want to go for, you're going to be fine on our Green Diamonds. If you really want to try to go extended intervals, you want to look to our Blue Diamonds, but then you want to couple that with a bypass filter. Now, if you're on the higher horsepower side, if you're on the performance side, and an 03 is going to be pre-emissions.
Right, yep.
So you don't have to worry about a DPF there. You can really run our Adrenaline if it's just a performance truck. But if it's one of those street strip trucks,
Go with the Black Diamond.
Black Diamond is the best oil you can find. I mean, the Black Diamond is awesome. Black Diamond has the protection of our Adrenaline racing oils, but then we add a huge TBN and detergent package to it to give you those longevity street miles too. So it's the best of both worlds. It's not a cheap oil, but it's going to give you the best protection in the industry and give you a long interval to run on. So
So he came back and said that it is his daily ride and it is just a stock engine. So we're thinking the Green Diamond.
I would run Green Diamond. Yep. Anything over that's really going to be like overkill. You're welcome to buy it. It costs more and it pays bills around here for us. But really, that's why we formulated the Green Diamond is for the daily driver. So I think your choice then would be between what we call a semi-synthetic versus the full synthetic. The only two differences there is really going to be your interval and how long you really want to go with it. And if the next question is how long can I go with it, which I always hear, I hate answering that question without doing an oil analysis. Every truck is different, especially an 03 pre-emissions truck. We really kind of would like to see a sample at, say, maybe 5,000 miles or something. 5,000 to 7,000 miles would give us an idea of how much soot you're putting into the oil. Every truck's got a little bit of blow-by, and your pain point on when that oil needs to be changed is going to be based on really how dirty it gets, before you start shearing it out of grade. So let's see how much soot you're putting into it. We do oil analysis at cost. They're $20, postage paid.
Yep.
It's the best thing you can do to get it's like taking a blood test, we can really find out a lot about the truck. And then we can advise you on how long of interval you can go so you can get the most out of your money. And we'll advise you as far as you can take it while still protecting the engine and getting all the value out of the oil too. So I would go with those.
We would encourage people to do oil analysis whether you use our products or not.
Yeah, we'll analyze anybody's oil.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
It's a great way to just monitor the health of your engine, really. You can take wear particles, all kinds of stuff. So definitely worth it.
Yep, I agree. It says dealer wall here.
Which we do not
We're not there yet.
have
We're
right
coming
now.
soon. We'll be back in the light. And you know what? I do have some decals stocked up.
You've been saying that for a while, so
I know. I don't have that many. So we need to stack some more up.
Yeah.
But I'm going to start smacking them on this wall here. And they'll get
like
mad
that
at me.
KEM South logo.
That'd be a nice one.
Would be good.
Hey, and we also have, we don't say this much. I don't think we've ever said this, but if anybody's seen us out at the races or the NTPA polls, we have a little gangster golf cart.
Oh yeah, right.
It is something else, and we smack all the decals on there too. So if you send in some extra decals, we'll put them on our golf cart that goes out to all these events, and we'll help promote your shop wherever we go. So, and we'll throw them up on the garage door there when we get back into the studio. So
Which
send them all
hopefully
in.
will be within a couple weeks.
Hopefully, 2 weeks, right?
Two weeks, yeah. TV, we're on TV almost every weekend.
Yeah.
This weekend is no different. We got we're talking oil additives this weekend with All Girls Garage. We got an episode on Saturday. That's 11:30 a.m. talking Stiction Eliminator, and then follow up Sunday 1 a.m. Maybe 1 p.m. 1 a.m. Motor Trend. They're talking FR3.
Yeah.
1 p.m. Mine says a.m. That's Kyle's time. He's a night owl, but 1 p.m. Eastern.
Yep. Back to back the two-step.
Right.
There you go. And speaking of, we're going to talk about it maybe, but speaking of our TV, we got some interesting filming coming on next week.
Yeah, I think we can talk about it. I don't see why not.
Let's talk about it.
Let's do it.
It's really cool, actually. Well, let's talk about the non-TV first.
Yeah.
So this Monday, we're really happy to have some cool people stopping by. PRI, if you guys have been following performance racing industry, PRI started a road tour last year when all the COVID stuff happened, and they had to cancel PRI, so they at the last minute said, we're going to pack up a van and head around the country and visit a bunch of performance shops and see how they do things. And it was really cool. They bring their camera crew with them, got to learn a lot about the businesses in the racing industry. Well, it was such a success, they did it again. We sponsored it last year, and we sponsored it this year. Now, this year took a little bit of a turn. This year, they are really focusing on racetracks and races and different, they're going to some pulling events, some dirt drags, some sprint car stuff. I mean, all sorts of different racing. And they're hitting a whole bunch of trucks. So if you haven't been following it, I highly encourage you to go follow PRI on, they post most of them on their YouTube channel, right?
Yeah, YouTube.
So, and I think
they're on all socials. It's big on Instagram, Facebook.
And they kicked it off like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Started in June, and they are running this. The PRI is not until December.
Right.
This truck is on the road from now until December,
and when we say on the road, I mean it's stop after stop.
It's all over the country.
It's nonstop.
Yep. And so follow. So go ahead, and I'm plugging this because we may just be on that.
Yeah.
So not only are they hitting all these racetracks and everything, but they're coming through Ohio this week. I think this weekend they're at.
Oh shoot, where is it?
It's a dirt track, right?
Up north?
I think so. So while they're here in Ohio, we're fortunate enough, as they pass through beautiful Mount Gilead, they're stopping by Monday morning, and they're going to film here.
They're going to be here Monday morning.
We're really excited about PRI coming. It will be one of the episodes that if you follow the tour. So I don't know.
Because not only are they going to racetracks and different events, they're stopping by manufacturers and different people along the way.
They're actually not stopping by a lot of manufacturers this year, so we're really fortunate.
Yeah.
And I know they're also going to be filming at some of the events we go to. As they swing back, they cross the country, they come back, and they go to Bowling Green, the big Super Bowl of NTPA.
Yeah, huge event.
And filming there, which we're going to be there. So I don't think our episode's really going to air till after that, right?
Right.
So they'll be here next week filming here at LSI, and then do some more filming with our drivers and our pullers out at Bowling Green, and then that episode will air. So we're really excited to have them.
We'll try to get some behind-the-scenes footage.
Yeah, we'll sneak some stuff
Jake
out.
And Chad, and we'll get some stuff out ahead of time, just sneak peek.
So we're looking forward to it. And then it doesn't end. After that wraps up Monday, we have a TV crew coming through on Tuesday.
The very next day,
about that?
Tuesday morning, Stacy David and his crew from Stacy David Gears, the TV program on Motor Trend and Mab TV, all the different places. They're going to be here Tuesday morning, showing up. Well, they'll get in Monday night, come to our facility Tuesday morning, do the whole setup, and then we're going to get interviews, B-roll, shots of the facility, and then that's a whole different crowd that will be.
Yeah, it's cool too. So for those of you that watch Stacy David Gears, you've probably seen some of these segments before. They don't do a lot of them.
Not very many.
So usually he's in studio, building something, going over parts and everything. But this one, we're flying the whole crew up here, Stacy and the whole film crew and everything. And they're doing it on site here. So it'll be a really special episode of Stacy David's Gears, and it's going to be a peek behind the curtain. Like, we give you guys a peek here every week, but we're going to be going through the whole thing with the cameras and doing some interviews and really get to know our company through Gears. So
and I'm obviously excited for PRI, but I'm excited for Stacy David too, because he's a real straight shooter.
He is.
He's kind of a chill guy, and he's going to shoot you straight. So it'll be good to have him on camera talking with Chris. And
I think that's like the first interview we got lined up. Stacy David and Chris Grabelchik.
Two opposite sides of the spectrum, but I think they'll mesh well.
Absolutely.
So, it'll be good.
So this is TV filming coming up, but you're not going to see it for a little bit. Do we know when that's?
That'll be end of the year, in Q4. I don't know the exact date yet, but fall, winter.
And I think we talked in our huddle last week. The filming we did down in Tennessee recently. When's that airing?
Engine Power, I believe it's in August. Once we get the exact dates, we'll
So it's coming up though.
Yeah, soon.
So that was a really cool one. If you guys remember, I went down with Levon Miller with the S10, and we brought Drew from D&J to Engine Power, and man, we have the coolest episode coming on Engine Power, and you can't wait for that. So a lot of stuff in the hopper.
Yeah, we got a question here on Facebook. Angel wants to know, can I use FR3 in my differential, getting ready to do a fluid change on both front and rear?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep, 5%.
Yep, 5%. So you want to figure out your capacity, and 5% of that capacity should be FR3, which breaks down to about 1.5 ounces per quart. Also, I should say, we offer our own gear oil here. So it's all very high-end gear oil, I should say.
Yeah, that's true.
We don't really have the semi-synthetic version. It's all Group 4 PAO, severe duty or racing version. It already has the FR3 in it. So just like we always say, or if you like your oil, keep your oil, and if you add some FR3 to it, you're going to love it.
Also, Nick Caputo's in here.
What's up, Nick?
He says, "What's up, guys? The RV slide lube is awesome. I have 2 slides, and I've noticed over time this year the spray doesn't dry out like other brands. Longevity and performance is on point. Love it." Justin Ziegler's also in.
What's up, Justin?
He needs some G56 fluid, so
Ooh.
yeah.
All right, we take care of that. You know, Nick's one of our sponsored racers, and I know he pulls an RV out to the track and stuff. And we were saying earlier some of the feedback we always hear, and that's something. I don't own an RV, so I haven't had to experience the pains of a slide out and everything. But that's the one thing I hear a lot is there are other brands that apparently seem to do a good job, but they dry up quickly, and they have to keep reapplying them. And
Like over the course of a weekend, do you think? Like after
I
the
don't
weekend?
know. I know the last thing I heard, a guy told me he was always reapplying every other month.
Okay.
And I don't know how much he was using it
Right,
in between.
right.
But he said that the last time he had to reapply ours was over 6 months before that time we were talking.
Nice.
So it already lasted 3 times longer,
Yeah.
and he didn't need to reapply it. So there's some longevity there too. And I also hear that it really penetrates very well, and usually the stuff that penetrates well into the tracks and everything is also usually. They like it because it penetrates well, but it's too thin, and then it drops on your floors when your slides are in.
Yep.
Somehow we figured out how to make it penetrate well, but also stick very well and not drop on the floor too. Those are the comments I always hear. So thanks, Nick, and yeah, Justin, hit us up. We'll get you some G56. What's he messing with the manual transmission
That's what I was
stuff?
wondering,
What's
yeah.
Justin up to?
I don't know.
That's our buddy, the UCC champ, which, by the way, I should say, I just saw a sneak peek of Justin's new UCC champion t-shirt. So
Ooh.
go check out your Ziegler Diesel Performance and pick up a UCC champ t-shirt.
What's the name of his truck?
Mob Scene.
That's it. Yeah.
It's a bad truck. It's a bad truck. All right, where are we at?
We are on the featured ride of the week.
Oh, yeah.
Which we
What we
do
got
this
here?
every week. There we go. We got Chad's ride up here.
Chad
Not
Mullis.
our Chad.
No,
No.
Chad's
not at
truck
all.
does not look that good.
Nope.
Chad did just get a truck.
Chad did get a truck,
If you want to call it a truck.
but it doesn't look good.
It's
I mean-
not that truck.
No.
So this is something we do every week. So on Sunday, we make a post on our Facebook page asking for your photos. You comment a picture of your ride, and then we'll feature it not only on our live, but also on our cover photo on Facebook. That's it.
I see Justin says stock appearing sled puller needs the G56. Huh.
Gotcha.
Hey, so Josh, how many of these sled pullers are manual transmission G56 guys?
A few in like the work stock stuff, so not like our NTPA type stuff, but the kind of that beginners, the guys going to the county fair trying it for the first time.
Gotcha.
Quite a few.
So it's almost like the equivalent to like, the ET bracket racing class of drag racing. It's kind of like, yeah, you don't need to be super modified. You can just grab your truck out of the parking lot and see what it can do.
And there's a lot of guys that do that, and there's a lot of broken drive shafts.
Right. All right, Justin, we'll get you some G56 out there to you. And then we got your protect your ride image,
Protect your
right?
ride. Yeah, it's kind of the same vein, right?
Wait,
Take
I know that name.
Kniff.
Kniff. That's Ken Phillips, isn't it?
Is it?
I think
It is,
so.
yeah.
It's his Instagram handle.
Yep.
Yep. Ken Phillips, that's our man.
King Kniff.
You get it?
I get it.
That's why I always
good.
remember it.
I like that.
Yep. So what's he doing? Dumping some stiction eliminator? I can't really see it. Where's he pouring that?
I can't tell.
It just looks good upside down.
But post Facebook, Instagram, shots of using our products, tag us, and we'll be sure to share it. We love these things.
And I'm going to give Ken a plug real quick. Ken's one of our sponsored racers. He's one of the first guys I sponsored. Been with
He
us
can talk
forever.
well on RV.
Man, and that's what I'm saying. You follow Ken Kniff on on Instagram because we're going to work real closely with him this year with our RV lineup. He just got a awesome Class A last year, and he is he drag races. He's
Yep.
ET. I believe he runs 770. He has, but he generally runs ET. But he also has a family that he takes across the country in this. Well, we're going to follow that RV this year, and we're right in the process of swapping all the fluids. We started off last year with kind of an idea to do this and
Right.
follow him along. Excuse me. So last year we did all the cleanouts. We started with stick cylinder because he had just bought it, and who knows what the last guy did to it? You never
Yeah.
know. So we started doing all the cleanouts, and we're in that process right now. We're documenting it. We're working with Diesel Army a little bit on this as well. So Diesel Army is going to follow this as well, and we're going to swap every single fluid in that vehicle. And we might even do a big filter too, and the big Harvard filters, and show you exactly what.
And Ken's good at data tracking, right?
He's
I mean,
awesome.
he's meticulous and
He's got a side gig now where he's driving a big rig. He's got a big old Peterbilt that he drives
Okay.
on the nights and weekends and stuff, and he's really into data tracking. That's why we're happy to work with him. So we've got a lot of before stuff. We're going to do a lot of oil analysis. It's going to be a full in-depth following of our RV products and our full line of products going through Ken's RV, and he can speak to, like you said, he can speak to it better than we can.
right. Yeah.
So
yeah.
we should just give him the mic and let him run with this. So that's kind of the plan. So we'll be following it. Diesel Army's going to be following it, and then you'll be watching him race too, because we always go out there and support him when he races. So follow Kniff _Kniff_. Maybe we just picked him up some followers.
Yeah. Who else you should follow is going to be Steve Summers.
Yep.
Every weeknight, Monday through Friday, Steve goes live from the Hot Shot Secret Studios. Catch him on overnightdriveradio.com, all your favorite podcast platforms.
And all that info is on overnightdriveradio.com. You can find out where to download, depending on what device you have. And I got to say, can we talk about the ad?
The ad?
The ad.
Oh, yeah. I don't see why not.
So,
It's just, yeah.
For
For those of you who don't even know who Steve is and his story, this is I think you'll get a kick out of this. Go ahead. Yeah.
well, Steve comes from America's
Trucking
Network, which his dad was on that. I mean, that's 40 years.
Oh, yeah. Long time.
Of radio doing overnight trucking, and he was recently let go when iHeart did their big sweep of everybody last November. That's what presented the opportunity for us to, because we've been advertising with Steve, and there's another long story behind that you guys have probably heard of when Hot Shots was at its last dollar,
Yeah.
and Chris is about to fold it up. So there's a big tie in there. But anyways, we had an opportunity to launch this radio program, and it's really taken off. Well, somehow, I don't know how you guys pulled this off, and I hope they're not watching because I get such a kick out of it. But somehow, the marketing department got advertising on his old Showtime over there on 700 WLW, and we've always kind of advertised there. So first I was like, oh, they probably thought Hot Shots want to buy some ads. It's no, we want to advertise the Steve Summers show. So sure enough, on his old radio slot, where he came from, there's Steve Summers saying, hey, catch me at my new place.
Have you heard the spot?
Yes.
Yeah, it's 100% Steve Summers, former host of the show you're listening to right now.
And I'll tell you what, for the past 2 weeks, we've picked up so many new
Really?
listeners. Oh, it's every night they're going crazy. And these diehard listeners that didn't know where he had gone and stuff. So I don't know why 700 WLW is running the ad.
So they agreed to it.
They did pull it.
They agreed to it. We ran it for 2 or 3 nights, and then they came back to us and said, oh, guys, I don't know if we can do this. We have to pull it. So we was kind of hey, we had an agreement here.
Contract's contract.
Yeah, so they did. We were off for a couple of days. They put the spot back on, and we got a couple more weeks of that. So
Yeah. And if you're watching 700 WLW, we appreciate it. And, we can probably barter out some Hot Shots advertisement over there still, too. And
Yeah.
And
They know
shout out
that.
to Mark. Mark's always been great
Yeah.
to us at iHeart and everything. So, but yeah, it's really been interesting the last couple of weeks how many people have called in because they heard the ad on his old show.
That's great, yeah.
I just got a kick out of it. Good job, marketing. Well
Yeah,
done.
that was good.
That's pretty.
Shout out
baller.
to Chad too.
That is
Chad
like
Highland.
that's some mic drop stuff, man. That's good stuff. So stay in the loop, right, of all this cool stuff we're talking about. Subscribe to our email newsletter at hotshotsecret.com/email. How often do those go out, Little Bear?
Whenever Josh has time to do them.
So never. So we never put them out. It's just
Well, now that he's not bowling, it doesn't
Weekly.
happen as much. Weekly,
better.
though. Weekly. It's
Bowling
weekly.
over?
Yeah, bowling's over, so I don't get time to write blogs or emails.
Because he does it at the bowling alley.
I see.
Do you
I
bowl?
see. I mean, I would, but I haven't bowled
But you don't.
forever.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
I think we need a Hot Shots team on Tuesday nights.
There's so
Only
many,
if you buy jerseys.
Yeah, I want like sweet jerseys.
Like yeah.
retro jerseys.
Yeah.
Like some straight 70s
And then
funk.
Aaron has to come dressed as the dude. And then someone come dressed as Kingpin. Is that the name of the movie with the fake
Yep.
cam?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we can make a whole thing of it.
I'd rather have like a beer league, like a softball league,
Well, I'm for that, but I've been pushing for Hot Shots
golf team.
poker.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Every payday.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in. We need to have
Every payday. We have all the Hot Shots
Take
team.
bring your paychecks. Everybody put them in.
Yeah. That's the buy-in. Whatever you made this week.
All right. Let's see. So
Speaking of giving stuff away.
yeah, somebody's gonna win some stuff. Let's give some stuff away. What are we doing? We're giving some the highly touted.
So, Chad, what happens if they don't have an RV with a slide out?
You can still use on other stuff.
Find a friend.
Find a friend.
Okay, I like it. So,
Something has to.
yeah, each week, who's our winner this week? Can you read that?
Yep. I'm gonna call it.
Cedric.
I'm gonna call it Said Trucking. CEDTRKG at something. That's CEDTRKG. Congratulations. If you're out there, well, actually, throwing a t-shirt. Daniel says he needs some. Dan needs everything.
Yeah.
Larry says, softball, he's in.
Lars?
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised Lars would jump on the softball thing.
He's not allowed until he gets his motorcycle license.
Yeah. Keep working on
So
it.
he bought a bike but doesn't have his motorcycle license?
Exactly.
Wow.
Wow.
And I just saw he got a new sweet jacket.
Yeah, I saw that too.
You got to get the license, man.
Right.
You got to be able to take that
It's
thing
like
on
a
the road.
leather jacket? Like a badass
yeah.
jacket? Oh, man. But no
Neon,
license.
and
Yeah.
it's like hot shot colors.
It
green
is.
and black.
Oh, like a street bike type of thing?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Lars.
Lars, get the license.
Uh,
All right, what's going on in events? Oh, bad news on the events.
Yeah.
and it's
So-
crossed out.
Yeah. So the party at the Ville, which was scheduled for this weekend at the Knoxville Drag Strip, unfortunately is canceled. That's why I'm sitting here. Looked like we were having about a 60% chance of rain. And remember, that was a reverse track, no prep.
Yeah.
So it's already sketchy.
Right.
It's like super sketchy. And, you add rain to the mix and then you have to decide if you're going to send guys down the track. It's just, so DNR Auto, they pulled the plug on it. We were title sponsoring that. I know they're looking to reschedule. Right now, the next availability is like in October. So it might get pushed to October. But so bad news on that. We're not going to have the race this weekend. But good news is we get back to action next week. And it is the NTPA Lions Super Polo South. Guess where? Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Like we said, this is the month of Tennessee. So, so he's got the flip cam. I'll light him up.
Put it around.
Light him up.
Put him on the spot.
Get TV ready, man. Get TV ready. So Josh, our NTPA in-house expert, that's next week at Lions Motorsports Park in Tennessee. That's a big one, right?
Really big. It's a super national event. There's only 2 of those on the schedule. They have 5 classes there each night. And if you're in central Tennessee, that is the place to be.
And this is just south of Nashville, right?
Yes, about an hour south of Nashville by Franklin off I-65.
Franklin, Tennessee.
Yes.
That's where I was for. That's where Engine Power is. That's where
Oh,
Power
yeah,
Nation is.
right.
Same town.
Yep.
Nice place.
Yes.
Really nice place. So cool. So you're heading down there, right?
Yep. and got Glenn going with me as well.
Oh,
That's next weekend.
I might roll with you. We'll see.
No, I like that. I need to get you seasoned before you go to Bowling Green. You just can't show up and go to the biggest one of all time.
The problem is,
That'll be me. I'll just show
I
up.
literally have 6 weeks after that, and
Non-stop?
yeah, I've got the last week of July, and then every week of August I'm gone. So
I understand. I mean,
now I'm only offering that because I'm not going anywhere this weekend. This gives me one extra weekend, so
Now,
we'll cross that bridge.
is this only a 2-day event?
it is only a 2-day event, Friday, Saturday. So we're
Okay.
out of here on Thursday, back home Sunday at a decent time.
Okay. All right, let's see what we can do. Because I was supposed to be in Tennessee this weekend. And speaking of Tennessee, following that, the last weekend of Tennessee, July 30th, 31st, is the big one, Rocky Top Diesel Shootout.
Yeah.
The next leg of the Outlaw Diesel Super Series. Always a good one. RLC puts this one on. As you can see, it's the 8th annual. They've got this thing figured out
Is that
now.
Crossville? Yeah.
Crossville Dragway. It's a blast. I mean, this is one of the races that I look forward to every year. Michael Dalton, big shout out to him. He puts on a good show. I know they, just like every Outlaw Diesel race, we're going to have like pros qualify on Friday. They'll have open testing for everybody else. And then what's cool is on Friday night, I think he brings stunt bikes out too.
It would do something, yeah.
Yeah, the stunt bikes are cool, man. Those guys are nuts. They'll like go down the track and like hop up on like the
Yeah.
guardrail walls and ride them somehow. They're crazy. But Friday night they have a gas versus diesel shootout. So,
that's
so under
right.
the lights they put on this gas versus diesel shootout. And
You were trying to get some people to go. Any word on
yeah,
that?
I'm not going to call anybody out there, but you guys know who you are because Dalton reached out to me and said, Kyle, do you have any gas racers
Right.
that would want to come down and mess with these diesel guys? So I know some people, so I put the word out. I will say a few of our.
Is Diesel Don showing up in the Miata?
No, he's not. But Diesel Don will be there. Diesel Don is coming.
okay.
So no, he's going to leave the Miata.
You got room on the trailer for the Miata.
Yeah,
Just
I
load it right in.
We're going to throw the bed of the truck, you know, little thing. But we do have. I will say some of our bigger named, well-known gas guys that we sponsor. I asked if they could come down, and a couple of them are trying to make it. So that'd be pretty cool.
They're on the fence?
They're on the
50-50?
schedule. Well, 2 of them are waiting on the engine, and if the engine happens in time, they're there. Another one's waiting on the schedule, so we'll see. Fingers crossed, all works out well, and then that's Friday night, and then Saturday is Outlaw Diesel. You know, they finish qualifications and they get into eliminations. So,
Yeah.
and they usually have like a country concert after it's all done there too, and the S10 is going to be all put back together. So if you guys want to come see the world's fastest diesel, the Hot Shot Secret Fire Punk Diesel S10, it'll be in action, along with all of our other sponsored racers. As we always say now, we've got the clean sweep in Outlaw Diesel. The defending champion of every single class is running Hot Shot Secret Adrenaline Racing Oil. So be really cool. And what it came up last night, what a lot of people don't know, just like the NTPA, if you've never been to one of these events, I really encourage you to come out. They're very family friendly. Kids absolutely love it. And it's not like, you know, like a NASCAR event where you're in the stands, like stuck somewhere seeing things from a distance. These pits are always open. NTPA, Outlaw Diesel, you can walk right in the pits, meet the drivers.
See him wrenching between passes?
You can help them out. They'll put your kid in the driver's seat of these trucks, and it's really cool. And that part of it, that's why I always say, come early, you know. And these guys are so down to earth and grateful to have people out there watching them. That it's a really good experience. And I mean, admission's always really cheap. It's a really cheap thing to do on a weekend. So if you're anywhere near south of Nashville, Franklin next weekend, or near Crossville, which Crossville is kind of like right between Knoxville and Nashville. If you're in that area, come on out and check out one of these things, and stop by the Hot Shot Secret booth and say hi to us too. So, which we always give away really cheap product there. So we mark it down really low. So if you're just a Hot Shot Secret fan,
It's worth it.
it's worth the admission price to come in and stock up on products, because we do discount it pretty good at the track. So.
Last week we were at the fence. We actually passed some out over the fence even.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like they were there the day before and it looked like rain. So they're like, we're not going to buy a ticket yet, but can we come get stuff? Like, yeah, we're right at the fence. Come find
That's
us.
good stuff. That's good stuff. And lastly, that same weekend while we're down at Rocky Top Diesel Shootout, the Loose Rockers St. Patrick's 300.
This is one of their big events.
It's it's huge. Yeah, this was supposed to go down obviously during St. Patrick's Day. They got rained out.
Right.
But this big money bracket racing, $300,000 up for grab, and it goes it's like Tuesday through Saturday or Sunday.
27th through the 31st.
It's 5 days long. It's crazy. Shout out to all the guys out there. I know we're gonna have a bunch of drivers there, and Hot Shot Secrets is sponsoring the live feed.
Yeah.
So check it out on Motormania TV. You can go to their website, motormaniatv.com, or on their YouTube page. They'll stream it live there. It's completely free to watch because we're paying the bill.
That's right.
So we're allowing you to watch all the racing for free. So looking forward to that. Hope they have a good race down there as well. Speaking of motorsports, is it time for our motorsports update, NTPA update, the North Iowa Nationals with Josh.
Well, thank you, Kyle.
You gonna join me up here? You're gonna take your seat?
He's got the camera on me right here. I'm just gonna
take it away.
I'm gonna take it from the recliner spot here. It was a really good event out there. We got in Thursday and Friday. Unfortunately, Saturday did not happen. It rained all day, and by all day I mean all day, pretty much. Once again, but a lot of winners came from the last hook of each class, which is unusual. I mean, not completely unusual, but somewhat unusual, and also a lot of first-time Grand National winners. So these are guys that have either been on the circuit or they're regional guys, and they came to play with the big boys. And by that I mean these guys have just as good as equipment as the other guys. It's just they don't take the time to commit to running the big circuit across the country. So Thursday night, Jeff Guza won in the mini class with Grandpa's Disaster. That was his first Grand National win.
I love the name. Grandpa's Disaster?
They actually call it the Disasters Pulling Team, and they have a couple of them that's got different disaster.
Nice, okay. So, I like it.
I don't know the guys real well, but it's great. They're out of Wisconsin. So, again, it was a close hook for those guys close to home. Tom Owens won in the modified on Rambling Rose. I believe he's out of New York, a newer guy to the circuit as well. So, great to see a new winner there. Saturday, Roger Peterson, longtime Superstock diesel guy, won on his Just Another One John Deere in the diesel Superstock class. And had a couple winners also on Saturday. Longtime multi-champion in the Unlimited Chuck Knapp with his Screamin' D won. I believe that's the first win in 2 years for him. Of course, last year was a very abbreviated season, but good to see him back in the winner's circle. And a very special win for the team out of Camden, Ohio. Jesse Petra won in his dad's truck, Kathy's Complaint. He was introduced into the Hall of Fame a year ago and passed away from cancer last year. So good to see him take the win 1 year from the date of being entered into the Hall of Fame.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool. Did you say something? Did I hear it earlier in the week about a sweep, like a New York sweep, or was that the prior?
That was the prior event, yeah. Okay. So the Unlimited class was a New York sweep in the Unlimiteds, which is very unusual to have one state win a class, especially at a Grand National event.
And then, of course, new this year, right? We partner with Chris. He drives the JD Hog. You worked with him on a wrap, right?
Yeah, we got a little wrap on the side shields or the hood for Kyle.
Yeah.
And he was looking forward to see a good track, which Rockwell typically is, and see what it could do. And they did some more work on the dyno, and they might have had the fuel a little hot.
Oh, yeah?
So he believed he got a piston on Friday night. Yeah, Friday night they pulled. So he said, unfortunately, he's going to be doing a lot of rebuilding this week, getting ready. They're in Franklin, Indiana, Friday and Saturday. No, well, maybe it's not Franklin, Indiana. I'm sorry. I think I misspoke on the town. It's Johnson County Fair, and I can't remember the town. But
well, just like drag racing, it's pull, break, fix, repeat.
Repeat, yep. So, but he was happy with what it was starting to sound like, and it was a good run until he could tell something was going wrong.
Right.
Well, I think we got a clip of your interview with Chris, right? Over the weekend.
Okay.
Let's roll it.
Hey, Chris. Thanks for coming on with us.
Oh, no problem.
All right. So why don't you explain to people a little bit what class you're in, name of your tractor, a bit about it. We did throw up some pictures before. I don't have them with me on this computer. I wish I did. I should have thought of that. But why don't you explain a little bit to people watching, what class you're in and some of the parameters that go along with that.
Mm-hmm. Well, we pull in the 9,300-pound super farm class. Probably at a national level, the closest thing you could to being a farm tractor. Some of them tractors used to make 150 to 200 horse. Now they're in the 1,1700 horsepower range. We run a 3x3 turbo with a map groove, 640 cubic inches, and you have to keep the factory chassis, so it's still got the cast rear end in it, the cast bell housing, and then a block that would bolt to that. So,
yeah, you're right. You're right. You telling everyone it's the closest to at a national level, the closest to a farm tractor type class. We're running, the skinnier tires, so it looks more like a farm tractor as well.
The 24.5s.
Yep. And pulling in at 9,300 pounds, and that includes the driver.
Yep.
So,
and being a big block John Deere, sometimes we struggle with movable weight and a bigger driver too. That doesn't help sometimes, but we've managed to take a little weight off the rear end and get more movable weight to the front for our tractor. And as we keep finding more horsepower, we need more movable weight up front. So,
And you found a little bit of horsepower this year, didn't you?
Yes, we did. We're running a very reputable oil for the last several seasons. And
All right, so it's cool seeing Chris there. New out this year, running some Hot Shot product. We got to get a picture of his tractor and get that put up so people can.
We have one from when we were in Toma,
Yeah.
Wisconsin. So
Do you have a candid ready for the program?
no, not really.
Okay.
But that full interview you can. It was posted yesterday, so you can go back and watch.
Go
the
watch
full,
it on YouTube?
on Facebook.
Facebook? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Very cool, yep.
Well, we appreciate Chris's support and look forward to working with him. And how are we doing? Any comments, questions you have there?
Mine's all screwed up.
I know. So you tell me that you're gonna take it, and for me not to do it. Now look, I gotta come in, huh?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Well, we're about to get into RV, so before that, let's see if we can maybe answer some questions, clean some things up.
James Bruce, of course, reminded us to tell that FR3 works about everything. Applications including air tools and knives. Yeah.
We had the differential question.
That's what he was saying. Well, the one thing I tell people to put in everything is power steering.
Yep.
It only takes like a capful, but throwing your power steering is great. The John Bear says, "What's up, fellas? Finally got the ATF Plus 4 swapped out with a full training flush. Cannot say enough about your ATF Plus 4.
Nice.
The 68 RFE is shifting smoother and running cooler. Thanks again." Cool, John. Thanks.
Temps is what we hear a lot of.
Is reduced temps.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's good to hear.
And Angel had responded about the diff fluid with the FR3. He said, "I'm on the site, just saw the Blue Diamond Sphere Duty Gear Oil. I don't tow, and I use my truck going back and forth from San Antonio to my other plant in Houston. More highway miles than anything else." Yeah, you're right in that point of, do you need such a high-end diff fluid? The way I look at that point, if you're not using it for high performance or pulling or something like that, it's really, that investment's going to be for the longevity and protection of your investment. If you've got a really truck that you just want to keep forever, it's worth the investment.
Yep.
If it's a work truck that you flip every 2 years and it's just a daily driver, it might be overkill for you.
Yeah.
We're just trying to be honest,
Yep, no,
We're
that's
happy
a
if
good
you
point.
buy it, but
That's a good point.
you're kind of in the middle there. So the other thing I saw was 2015 F250 6.7. Jeremy McCoy says, with a brand new Ford Motorcraft engine right at 6,000 miles, what oil do you recommend? Well, first of all,
6,000
Jeremy,
miles.
make sure you're well broken in. Make sure those rings are seated well.
Yep.
All of our oil contains our FR3, which is a nano lubricant, and we want to make sure that you got a good ring seal first. So if it's 6,000 miles, you should be there, especially if it's a new engine dropped in to a 2015. They probably broken in on the engine dyno.
Yep. I'd imagine so.
Depending where you were. But again, my question is going to go back to how do you use that truck? What's the purpose of it?
And how long do you plan on keeping it? Is it
Right.
something you want to keep forever? Is it a
And
swap
I imagine
out?
if it's a 2015 and you just put a
Put a new
new
engine.
Ford Motorcraft in, something happened there.
Right, yeah,
So
right.
you probably don't want to go through that again. So if you want to protect this engine for the long haul, like I always say, if you like your oil, keep your oil. I highly recommend running FR3. You can run FR3 out of the gate. You don't have, the engine doesn't have enough miles on it really yet to really benefit from Stiction Eliminator completely. I would just jump on FR3 right away, or use our oils, which all have FR3 already infused into them. Which ones kind of go back to what we said earlier. You can run our green diamonds if you're really just kind of in a daily driver situation. If you're in a more high performance application, or if you do a lot of heavy towing or severe duty stuff, you probably want to step up to at least our full group 3 green diamond or the blue diamond. You got to look at our adrenaline racing oil or the black diamond, which I told you the black diamond is kind of best of everything. So
And I would encourage you to check out our bypass filter, our Franz bypass filter. That's a whole different conversation, but
it is, but that's what I call like the golden package. I mean, if you really wanted to protect the longevity of that, the best.
it's
thing
brand
you can
new,
do,
6,000 miles on this engine.
it's the best time to put it on. I mean, imagine having that engine never see dirty oil. Like, you can't beat it. So there's a little bit of an investment up front, but putting a bypass filter on there on a new engine is the way to go. So we just got a new truck here at work. We got a 2020 Cummins, and it's been on the road already twice. But
it's about to go to the knife, right?
I'm just waiting. Now that we're kind of canceled for this weekend, it might be the time to get her in there, get a Franz filter on there, and start protecting it, in the best way we can. So
we did get a couple questions in both YouTube and Facebook about asking about trans oil. Got to ask a trans oil for a Ram 3500. Which one do I use?
which trans is it?
Yeah, the specs on it.
Doesn't say.
A 3500 probably has either a 68 or a 69.
Yeah.
Don't some of them have the Allison? Or no.
Oh, Allison. Asen, sorry.
Asen and Allison are two different things.
Oh, my bad.
Yep.
I'm learning.
Ah, and there's David D. Caceres. Nailed it.
Got it. There
Nailed
we go. Only took a year.
Yep. Okay, that's David. He's asking. Yeah, because, okay, so you had the question about the 69 RC.
So I got it. ATF plus 4.
Exactly. So, David, I know you've been waiting on that answer for a while. You want to go to our newest fluid, which is the ATF plus 4. That actually, that's our newest trans fluid. It actually meets and exceeds multiple specs. It's a Dex 3. It's a Mercon 5. It's an ATF plus 4. It exceeds all those specs, and it is the right fluid for that ASIN. So, I know you've been waiting a while. You asked that question. I think the reason why, because I know Aaron had that homework a few times. And
oh, yeah, right.
It's hard to explain. There's certain specs that we dominated on with that, with our other, which is now our old ATF,
Yep.
which is like our Dex 6 fluid. And it just didn't have a couple of the specs that the manufacturer wanted to see. We knew that it was there, but the new fluid's what you want, man. So ATF plus 4 is what we call it. Actually, it's called a plus 4 D3 M5.
Right. Yep.
That's what you want.
Yeah. And what it was is we wanted to look it up, but it does call for a different spec, but the ATF plus 4 meets and exceeds all
Exceeds
those.
it.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, getting ready for a trans flush. Perfect timing. See, Dan, I was just waiting
it.
for you to get ready for it. Like no rush. No rush. Now you know, just in time.
So, Kyle, we typically do rapid fire questions on the Get to Know Us segment.
Let's do some rapid fire tips.
That's what we're doing.
Let's do it.
You want to kick it off?
RV?
Yeah, RV tips. Best way to travel as a family. Bring along pets too, right, Chad?
Oh, so these aren't just like lubrication tips.
No.
These are like lifestyle tips.
Yeah, make sure Kyle brings his Depends. And, so.
No, I'm not traveling with Don. He's going to kill me.
All right, tip 1. I'm guilty of not doing this. Drive a reasonable amount per day. Don't overdo it. Josh.
Josh.
Driving 13 hours in a day, no problem.
No problem. It's the drive back that kills you.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Tip 2.
Do this one.
Do a pre-trip inspection.
Yep, I do it with the trailer and the truck, man. I have to.
Got to.
I do it every time we stop. Kick tires, check them, make sure the locks are good.
I usually kick the tires just because road rage. When I get out, I'm just like annoyed about something.
I check to see how hot they are, make sure nothing's running on them. I check the hitch like 10 times. I'm always scared the hitch is going to...
What about this? Do you make a checklist? Tip 3, make a checklist.
No, I don't. Yeah, I do. Like the pre-trip checklist, I do.
Yeah.
But it has nothing to do with...
Just right, yeah. No, not necessarily.
I have to.
vehicle
I'm a list
specific.
guy. I do list.
Okay.
You should see my phone. It's embarrassing.
And then whether you're going to a campsite, whatever the destination is, best tip 4 is to plan to arrive mid-afternoon.
I don't see how you can follow through with that plan. It never works out.
Not usually, but
Well, I guess
ideally that'd be. What
If you go back to tip 1, drive a reasonable amount per day, you could probably hit tip 4 better.
Right, you plan it out.
Right.
Again, make a checklist. Yeah.
So I hope you people are recording our tips here.
Well, here we go
This all
again.
leads into the next one.
Tip 5, plan a route with realistic timing. So don't think you're going to make a 6-hour drive in 2.5.
Josh.
It's not going to happen.
Josh went on a 9-hour trip and got there 13 and a half hours later.
And he only stopped once.
He made the new guy pee in a cup.
Yeah. Sorry, Glenn. Tip 6. This is a big one for me. Pack snacks and meals.
So did you guys pack snacks and meals for your 13-hour trip?
Yes, well, we stocked up every time we stopped with
Oh, so more snacks and more each
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
I got you. Okay. Yeah, I do that. I travel with Don a lot.
Yeah.
I carry a little cooler.
Drinks,
Snacks. And then he usually has some random, he's pretty vanilla.
Right.
So he literally has like vanilla wafers or like pretzels. And I'm like, come on, man.
That's
Let's
so
step
Don.
it up.
Yeah. And seltzer water.
Seltzer
Yeah.
Sometimes I actually travel with a cooler that plugs into the cigarette lighter.
Oh, there you go. Now you're
Dude,
stepping
your
up.
trip is way too long if the little ice pack in your thing can't keep it cold.
Yeah, but you don't have to worry about like melted ice or anything
Oh,
like that.
heaven forbid you get dripped on. We got some deep.
All right. Tip number 7, don't forget the creature comforts. Is that the right term? Creature comforts?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just sounds funny when
Grab
you see
your
it on
favorite
paper.
pillow, blanket, pack board games, cards, entertainment. If you have pets, bring their favorite toy along too. I'm for that. I'm all for that. Absolutely.
So yeah, when Don, you can't forget his toys when he's in the truck.
That's true.
You gotta keep him occupied.
That's true.
Gotta have Precious's favorite toy with us.
Oh gosh,
Yeah.
little mouse.
Tip number 8, level, again, we're talking RVs. Level your RV before filling your fresh water tank.
Oh, so you make sure you fill it up completely. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought of that, but yeah, that's true. You want every drop of water in your tank. I mean,
Especially if you're dry docking it.
yeah, when you run out, you're mad.
Now this next tip, I'm wondering if this came from Chad's Googles of the internet or from maybe Josh personally.
These
Tip
are all
number 9.
from experience. No Google
Experience,
search.
straight
Yeah,
experience.
straight experience.
Okay.
From you?
Oh yeah, most
Serious?
definitely. Yeah, I don't know
Wow.
Google.
All right, tip number
Little Bear
9.
the Traveler.
Tip 9 says use an instant pot pressure cooker.
Why?
Effortless, man. I mean, you could pop a meal in there and you're good to go.
It
Microwave
says
does, too.
effortless, delicious meals.
Yeah.
Wow. See, now I'm gonna have to kill that tip, because if you're out RVing,
well, hang on.
Isn't that when you're over the campfire? I'm
Well,
talking
you might-
s'mores. I'm talking throw some.
Sometimes you
steaks
get
on
tired
there.
of hot dogs. You can only eat so many hot dogs.
Yeah, you can eat a lot of steaks. Grill it out, man.
Yeah.
Grill it
Yeah.
out. Keep the pressure cooker at home. we're rescinding tip 9. We're taking it off the list.
All right, we'll cross that one off. Tip number 10 or the new tip number 9 says turn the propane valve off before you travel.
Yes, good idea.
That's a good one, yeah.
That's quality. It's a fire hazard in your RV. So,
And it's just crazy to do. It says it right here. Traveling with your RV propane valve open is crazy.
it's just crazy.
It's just crazy.
It's crazy.
Just nuts. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
What if your fridge requires propane to run?
Well, you can turn it on when it's time to go, but
Yeah, put everything in your fridge in your truck that plugs in.
Plug it into the cigarette lighter.
I disagree with that tip.
All right, so
I'm happy with the tips.
those are 10 tips, 9.5 tips. We also did talk about briefly at the beginning of the show of new products next week.
Before we get into the new products, we do have one last question because I just want to get it done. Is the RV Trans Protector different from the Shifter store?
No.
No, it's not.
Okay.
No. When we formulated this RV line of products, we wanted a complete line for each aspect of the RV. They started from scratch. They went in and they said, what's the best thing we can do to clean out an RV's engine? At the end of the day, when they got to it,
Yeah.
our Stiction Eliminator was everything that they needed and then more.
Well,
So-
we know they operate a bit differently. There's different purposes, different weights, and
Right.
so they had to start from the beginning.
Right.
Go through the whole gambit there.
And they ended up on these two products for the engine and the trans, getting back to our original formula. So there's no sense for us to reinvent the wheel on that. We wanted to keep it within a product family. We have RV dealers that now carry this product lineup, so we want to keep it within the product family. So no, we don't hide that at all. Those are the same products that you can use for any gas, diesel, boat, airplane. We don't say airplanes, don't we? Cars, you name it. Lawnmowers. They're all the same. We can use these products across the board. Now, where we did find some differences is when we got into the fuel additives.
Yeah.
And the lubricants that's obviously designed for the slide outs. But the fuel additives, again, they started from scratch. And you guys obviously probably know our gasoline extreme, our diesel extreme. These gas and diesel RV treatments are a completely different formula. And that's because, again, the application.
Different needs, yeah.
The RVs, we know they have huge tanks on them, which open them up for condensation. They start and stop a lot, like you're parked for long periods of time, and then you never fire them up and drive them down to get the mail. Like those things sit there forever, and they fire up and they go hauling on long trips, and then they stop. And the way those engines are used are a little bit different. So we know, for one of the biggest things that we did was we really cranked up the fuel stabilizer.
Stabilizer?
So, so to reverse kind of what your question is, you could almost use these products backwards too. So based on the application of them, I know we have a lot of people that say, hey, I've got a classic car that I'm about to put into storage. Is there something I can put in the fuel tank that we get to it? I say, go look at our RV gas additive.
Right.
And they're like, our RV stuff, it's based on the formula that we have in there. So the both on the diesel side and the gas side, those are specifically designed for the RV applications and how they're used.
You said a lot, but the biggest thing is moisture dispersant, protect against moisture and water, and then the stabilizer.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
But do we have something new coming?
Next week.
Okay.
It is going into production early next week. It's being labels are already
I have
here.
no idea what this is.
You do. We've talked about it. So we have
Is it?
we have two antifreeze. We have a pink and a red RV antifreeze.
Pink and red?
Yeah, Cat and Cummins.
Okay.
Yep. So that's gonna be added to the RV family here, and then we have two generator oils coming, a gas and a diesel version, 1030 and 1540.
I knew that.
You did know that.
I didn't know it was coming.
Yeah, next week, Thursday. It'll be on the website
Now, hold on a
live.
second. This is the RV generator 1540 you're telling me is available next week.
Yeah.
All right. I'll hold you to it. But I didn't know about the coolant. That's pretty cool.
Well, don't hold me to it. Hang on. Hold Jose to it. This is the production schedule.
Jose, it's on you, buddy.
Yeah.
So cool. So this RV lineup is just growing.
Yeah, it's growing, and
So now
Thursday.
we got some generator oils. We got engine treatment, trans treatment, fuel treatment, slide treatment, coolants.
What are we missing?
Hey, and we're in the heart of RV season, so
We've had questions on generators before, so it's a good time for that too. I can't remember the guy's name who was asking about his Cummins. What are the?
I did see some of the specs on our generator oil.
Yeah.
We ran it against the Onan,
Yep.
which is a Cummins
That's
generator.
their house.
And they have their own house oil for that. And I'll just say, I'm sure we'll talk about it, but our stuff crushes it.
We have, I don't know that it was over 40% more wear protection, 78% on the Cat 1 test on oil consumption reduction. Maybe next week we'll dive into.
And generators are interesting things. They work hard.
Yeah,
they just you crank those things on and they're like full throttle, nonstop.
Yeah. So we're excited about
A lot of the racers and pullers, when they leave home, kick them on, and they never turn them off till they get back
Exactly.
home.
Oh, absolutely. Yep, absolutely. So, more products to come, more products for the RV lineup. So,
Maybe next week.
that's a wrap. So, there's Bob. Bob, any drag racing approved coolant additives? Bob?
This is Bob Miller.
No, this is Bob Welsh, who we just had the video last week of the dragster.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So, I'll say, if you rephrase your question, approved drag racing? No. But ask Chris Mancini what he's up to, and I'll say this: we got some really good coolant technology here. Okay, so and one of the newest things is people look at coolant and really it's the additive package in coolant, but you can tell the additive package or the what it's used for based on the color.
Yeah.
90% of the time, the color is just a dye.
That's it.
So you're just dyeing to identify what type of coolant it is. And I'll just say that we have the ability to make a very clear coolant now.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying, Bob Welsh? You get it? So that's a wrap.
That's the show. Oh, next week is episode 150. Is that a milestone or not really? 150?
We have Levi coming on board. He is committed to it.
What's he
Levi's
doing?
coming on next
He's
week?
coming on next week. Now, I don't know how much of his face we're going to see.
Is he hosting?
Oh, let's just make it a one-man show, just Levi. The whole time. So how'd this happen? Like a long time ago, you guys said...
a long time ago.
He's like, I'll be on the 150th.
I'll be on the 150th. And it's like...
There you go. It is
I
a
think
big
it started
show.
at like episode like 101 or 102 after...
We will all be behind the camera next week, staring at Levi, holding the show down.
Rob me off.
It's true.
I'll take off.
Yep. Well, thanks for watching, folks. If you're watching this later, as always, go ahead and post your questions or send them to us. We'll follow up. And like always, put your name in the drawing so we can give you some stuff next week. Congrats to our winner this week. And no racing this week, no polling this week. Everything got canceled, but we'll see you next week as we jump back into the regular swing of things.
Yep. See you guys. Have a good weekend.
See ya.